Andrew, you come from a family of immigrants just like I do, Southern European immigrants. How does your family maintain their cultural traditions and mix them with the North American Christmas traditions?
Christmas traditions to my family are very important. And I say that because Christmas is one of the most important parts of the year for me and my family. We do like to incorporate North American traditions into our Christmas. However, for example, we still like to keep the whole aspect of food and fish alive. Christmas Eve, we begin with a huge meal. Most of the time, it's with codfish. And if you do walk into a Portuguese family's house like mine on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day and there's no food on the table, there's something majorly wrong with that picture. So Christmas Eve, we begin with codfish, a lot of food on the table, some soups, and then it's customary that we go to midnight mass on Christmas Eve. So fast forward a day into Christmas Day, it's spent primarily with family. That is one of the most important things on top of the food for the holiday. So we spend that day with family, and of course there's a lot more food. And it's a festive time, it's a special time, and Christmas is as I said, is one of the most important parts of the year for us.
I've heard talk of this thing, this cake with something baked into it that's supposed to be special and mean something. Tell me about this cake.
The cake, formerly known in Portuguese, is the bolo de reis. Translated into English means the king's cake. So this cake is very customary in the Portuguese tradition. Even many people outside of the Portuguese tradition know about this. So the king's cake, it's made with all sorts of brown sugar, some raisins in it, it's glazed on top, there's other important ingredients, of course, that I'm forgetting. But it is customary that when you get this cake, there is something baked into it. And it could be a valuable gold coin, or it could be an ornament of the nativity, or of one of the kings, or so forth. So we haven't made that cake in our family for quite a few years now. I can't even remember the last time my parents made it. But we do usually go to a local Portuguese bakery or a grocer, a special Portuguese grocer, and buy this cake. And if there is something baked into it, like a gold coin that's wrapped in usually tin foil, or if there is an ornament of the nativity, it's considered good luck. So you would take that back to the merchant, to the store, and you would get another cake for free. And when you get another cake for free, it's fantastic because they're absolutely incredible.
So in this buffet of Portuguese Christmas dishes, which one is your favorite and which one is it just not Christmas without?
I would have to be very North Americanized by saying that without the turkey, there'd be no Christmas. Turkey's fantastic. I love turkey, but that's probably one thing that has to be on the table. One thing that my mom likes to make is known in Portuguese as risoles de camarão, which is a shrimp roll. It's got shrimp inside. It's got nice filling in it, and they're really, really good. So we usually spend a day in the house, and we put them together. We freeze them, and then you could deep fry them on top of the stove, and they're just absolutely fantastic. They're really good to have.
You're making me hungry.
So without those, it would be difficult to have a Christmas.
And how many Santoses are there around the table at Christmas?
5. I do have an older and a younger brother. Got my parents, and usually we have my grandmother joining us for Christmas on my dad's side, which is nice. And usually we like to keep a seat open at the dining room table for someone else who would like to join us. Usually it's a friend of the family or whatnot, and that's what makes Christmas so much more inviting, so much more spiritual, when you invite someone to come and share in the breaking of the bread and everything. So
I've heard about this, the Portuguese philosophy that there's always room for one more at the table. Well, now that you've made me thoroughly hungry, thank you so much for sharing your traditions.
Thank you for having me.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.